doing?
Hello, I'm doing really well. How are you?
I am doing so great, and I'm so looking forward to this run.
I'm so excited to be here. Hello, chat. I'm Nichole. Goodnight. I voice things and play games, and I speedrun this game. And also, if you ever played Save the Princess, that's me. Hi. I'm a speedrunner. So we're going to be playing Haven, which is one of my favorite games of all time. It's very, very, very special to me. And alongside me is my best friend in the whole wide world, Bathinjan.
Hi, I'm Bathinjan. I'm waving. You can't see me, but I am waving.
I'm also waving, but you can't see.
I'm waving.
So this game is very, very cute. And originally, I was planning on going over a lot of lore with you all, but honestly, I'm going to go really light on lore because I want you to be able to experience this for yourself if you haven't. The speedrun doesn't give a whole lot away. We fast forward through a lot of the things, so you're not going to get too spoiled from watching the run if you haven't played it yet. I encourage you to play this game at some point. I'm not going to say I cried a whole lot, but I am going to heavily imply it. But we're just going to dive right in. So the time will start when we click Start Game. Something really cool the devs added a couple of years ago is the ability to play as different couples. I always play as this UNK because it's just, the game is very special to me, and this is how I played it the first time. But you can choose your couple, which I think is really, really amazing. We also play on reduced difficulty for two reasons. One, it makes the fights easier. There's not a ton of fights in this game, but it does make the ones that we do have to do significantly quicker, which of course, speedrun, that's what we're going for. And also it makes flow threads stickier, which is going to make sense probably eventually. Yeah, wow! So if we're ready, if we're ready, I will do a countdown and click Start Game, and on Start Game, that is when the timer should start. So let me know if we're all good to do that.
I think we're oinking and ready to go.
Oh my gosh, Oink is so good. I will dangle him in front of you, chat, like he is a prize to be won. Please hit that incentive. We want to pet the best boy, and as he said in the donation prior to this, he hasn't gotten pet in a while, and we don't want to be the cause of that. So we're going to start game in 3, 2, 1, start.
Good luck!
Thank you! So we start on a planet called Source. Source is where our couple UNK have run off to. Again, I'm not going to try to give too much away, but as you see, we are fast forwarding through all the text. Good luck trying to read it. They are a couple. They are in love. They are making a little kiss. And we're going to go immediately into the movement tutorial, which is actually one of the most precise parts in the game. It doesn't look it, but you have to go through a series of movements, and each one has to be completed before you do the next one. So our goal when we finish one series of movements is to be exactly where we want to be for the next series to start. So you'll see that... You'll see.
Yep.
You'll just see.
We want to stress that this movement is much more precise than it looks, especially with these things called flow threads. That is the thing that Nichole is gliding along right now. Flow threads charge the little orb in the upper left-hand corner, and that is technically it's contingent upon resource management, which we'll explain a little bit later in the run. But at first, in the first beginning parts of the game, the flow threads are kind of loosey-goosey, like they kind of just let you, this is a cool bit of movement here. Yeah, I like that. It's
really easy to mess that up, and I'm very shocked I didn't, so.
You're a professional, so I believe you the whole time.
Usually I do U-turn there, because it's like, the left and right is very easy to U-turn. I'm going to cut that flow thread a little short, and hop on this one so that we are closer to the nest when we are finished it. The nest is our ship.
All right, I'm all charged up.
We're going to cook 2 plates of food here. One we're going to eat immediately, and one is saved for later. You'll see it when it comes, what we use it for. It's very cute, actually.
Yeah, remember that we made this?
Yeah, please remember.
Please put it in your noggin, chat. Mm-hmm. Yeah, keep it in your noggin. Grasp it, put it in your noggin for later. It'll be on the test.
Store that.
Mm-hmm. Make room for it in your noggin.
Mm-hmm. It's okay, my brain's normally empty, so this is fine. I can do this.
Oh my god, same.
Perfect.
Oh my goodness.
If your head is normally empty, you're perfect.
Yeah, then there's only room for the fact that we just made an apple dew, roasted apple dew, which, fun fact about Nichole Goodnight, I have an apple dew tattoo. I messaged the devs of Haven and we're like, hey, are you cool with me getting a tattoo from the game? And they were like, absolutely. What were you thinking? And I said, an apple dew. And they said, absolutely. Go for it. Here's a high-res image of an apple dew, specifically so you can.
Oh my
Yeah,
god.
the devs are so sweet for this game. We love them.
But basically, this beginning part is just like introducing you to UNK, introducing you to the nest, which is Yu's little spacecraft. And, Yu's really tired of apple dews. She's been eating those for presumably a very long time. Also, never skip this flow thread. Don't ask me why. Don't ask me how I know that it causes problems later on.
I would never ask you why that causes problems for you later on. I would never ask you anything, to be honest.
Yeah, honestly, you probably shouldn't. Also, this is probably a good time if you have any donations to sneak in. I'd say probably one.
Oh, absolutely. We have a $20 donation from Chef Beef 100 who says, I've been a fan of Nichole's voice work for a better part of a decade. Shout out to No Sleep, right? Couldn't be happier to donate to an awesome cause during her run. Donation goes to getting all the pets for Oink, which we have jumped up to $755, so we are $1,000 away.
Ooh.
Like, let's go.
Oh, wow, chat. Thank you.
Right.
Also, thank you so much for that donation. That's really sweet. Yeah, I always forget to mention I am part of the No Sleep podcast. It's very special to me. It's exactly how I got my start in voice acting, so I kind of owe a whole lot to them. Now we're going to learn about Rust. So you'll see this stuff on the island. I'm going to stay on this flow thread for reasons that I can't explain, but just assume that if you don't, it does mess things up. And we're going to learn that this planet is infested. So now this introduces our second resource that we have to collect, which is rust. There's fine rust, crude rust, shiny rust, and then there's a... sir? We'll grab that. Then there's a mystery other piece of rust that...
that we'll discover later.
We'll discover later, yeah. Mm-hmm. A secret other rust.
So
I did not grab that flow thread. A little scary, but we should be okay.
Should be all right. So the caveat to resource management is that the flow threads are important because you charge up the orb in the upper left-hand corner, as you mentioned before. A full flow thread charge, allows you to collect rust. And if you do run out of that flow thread charge, you cannot collect rust. So it's really important at the beginning of the run that Nichole balances the flow thread and rust collection as best as she can, while also doing all the difficult flow thread movement. So it is a lot in the beginning of the run. As the run goes on, the rust collection is a little bit less dire, but the flow threads get less forgiving. You actually can't be as loosey-goosey with them. You have to actually follow them pretty closely. So we'll see that later on when Nichole takes some difficult flow threads.
Right now you can be pretty loosey-goosey with the flow threads. And I tend to be as well. I tend to be a little sneaky-weaky. But you'll see...
term.
Yeah, that is a scientific term. You can ask the doctors of science. Yes. Yeah. But right now we're going to go to sleep.
Also important.
We're just going to go to bed. It is very important. But basically, you had a bad dream, very unfortunate, but Kay was there to comfort her, which is very, very cute. And we're going to go out and use our first instance of needing enough rust and hopefully having gotten enough rust. So we're just going to go out here, and you'll know immediately if we do, because Kay will be like, looks like we've got enough rust to fix the tracto globe, which is just perfect. But first, we're going to find out that we need to fix it because, whoops, we don't have enough power to move it out of its current stuck state.
We've got everything we need to mold a
joint
for the
perfect.
So that is what we were looking for. And then we're just going to exit. That was really good too. It's really easy in turbo mode, which we do use. It is okay to use it in this game because otherwise it's a lot of smashing, so it's kind of an accessibility thing that they started allowing. It's very important that you don't turbo through the end of some cutscenes because you are in front of something that can be interactable. So in that case, if we had interacted with it, we would have gone back into the menu for fixing the nest, which of course we aren't doing right now. I am running out of flow, which is not great.
Saw that.
I believe in you.
Would a casual no-comment donation of $250 from Gentro increase the flow?
That would be great.
Because, we have a $250 donation from Gentro with no comments.
Be careful.
I did.
That's amazing. Thank you so much.
We're almost halfway, by the way.
Oh, my goodness. Let's go.
Fantastic. Let's go.
We should be able to pacify it.
Looks good. Looks good. All right. Crisis averted.
The end.
Yeah, that was fine. So that was actually a really good fight. That's where we learn about doing rush mode. And look, there's Oink. We can't scratch him yet. So let me show you something really cool. And it's called going back in time to get a flow thread because we didn't get one earlier.
Yeah, so here's a really good instance of definitely you can be loosey-goosey with some flow threads, but if you just have like a smidge less than the run calls for, then yeah, you'll have to double back in some areas and recollect it. No big deal though. Nichole is a professional.
I'm a
so we're making quick
professional.
work of it.
I do professional things in my life, probably.
I can attest to that.
Thank you so much. But now we're going to go towards a flow thread, and we're going to find that maybe our boots just aren't cool enough to keep us up on it. Spoiler alert. Also, something really neat about this game is everyone who plays it does do things a little differently. Because you're eventually, when you play this game, you find your own paths and what you can cut short and what you can't cut short. There's definitely areas that you can cut short, and there's ones, of course, that you can't. This is a scripted fall, so this is fine. We are too heavy, but we'll fix that eventually.
We're gonna shinerize our boots, and it'll be.
We are gonna shinerize them,
and it's gonna be fantastic.
It's gonna be so good, chat. You're not gonna know what happened. You're gonna be like, "Wow, those are so shiny and cool," and we're gonna be like, "Yeah, we know."
Chat's gonna be dazzled,
razzle dazzled, even.
Razzle dazzled, even. I like that.
Give them the old razzle dazzle, you know?
Yeah, as they say, give them the old razzle dazzle, and when they say they are referring to chat.
Oh, that song is going to be in my head for the rest of the
night. Give them the old razzle dazzle them. Yeah, I'm sorry. I'm so sorry.
Oh, don't be.
That was referring to Twitch chat when they sang
that. Yeah, that was referring specifically to Twitch chat. We are going to fight Big Fry, and we're going to learn about a couple things here. So we're going to blast him once, which is how you're supposed to fight him. And then we're going to learn about duo blasting, which is where we attack together. Now, you're not supposed to be able to duo blast rush mode, which is why we start it. And then we enter rush mode, and then we exit rush mode to allow us to get those faster attacks. This is not intended. This is not how it's supposed to be done. But it is how you do it in the speedrun. You get a damage boost when you're in rush mode. So bam, bam, bam. There it goes.
And now Big Fry has big fries on his back.
Yeah, look at his back. Look at He's so good. Look at Big Fry. Oh my gosh. But as you can see earlier, and something to bring up when we ran out of flow, you can kind of tell how tight the flow resource management is, because that flow that I only missed one flow thread, and that was enough to make it so I was out of flow for what I needed to be have flow for. So you can really, really see the resource come into play here.
Absolutely. Yeah, just also, another thing to juggle.
Should be good for another donation.
Oh, absolutely. And chat, we still have plenty ways to go to get that pet oink incentive. We're about halfway through. We have $25 from Squirrel Graph, who says by now you should have somehow realized what you have to do is pet oink, which yeah. Also $25 from Lemon Fairy. Again, $25 donation train. Y'all are popping off, saying, got a pet oink! Excited to see one of my favorite runners, Nichole Goodnight, take on this beautiful game. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
And a totally serious $25 donation from an Onyx Feline who says, for my favorite streamer, Nichole Goodnight, whom I've never asked a question even once.
Good. Good.
Yeah. Never. Please don't ask me any questions. Thank you. Have a good day. So now we're going to start trying to pick up some items for the ship and things like that. And we are going to go this way. We're going to go this way. And I think what I would be wise to do, let's see if we run into one, is to kind of just get a quick flow. If we're just kind of marathon safetying at this point, I wouldn't typically do this in a run, but I don't want to not have enough. So we're just doing a couple little marathon safety things there.
Just for you, chat. This is for you.
Just for you, chat. That flow thread was for you.
Also
and
for
only
you.
For you.
They're holding hands. Oh, they were holding hands. They'll hold hands again. Don't worry. You just keep your eye on it. Yeah.
Oh, this is a good point to bring up. There are a few a little spicy loading screens. For every spicy loading screen that we get, I will be donating $5 to the charity. So we'll keep track of those as they come up. They might not come up at all, which in case I will still donate. But if they do come up, I will do that $5 per. They are very cute. There's a lot of times the cutscenes come up, so we will see. This is very cute.
You'll notice that flow thread that Nichole fell off of earlier, because we upgraded our boots, we shinerized them, that we were able to take it all the way up here. So now
we were able to take it all the way. Now we're trucking, now we're moving.
We're holding hands.
We're holding hands. We're feeling confident. There's a confidence system in this game, which is also really cool. It does affect the ending. The options that we're taking are for the good ending, because we are good people, and we do not want the bad ending. fun fact, the first time I played this, I got the bad ending first because someone, who shall remain nameless, decided to think through the consequences of our actions. And did lead us down the path of a bad ending. So we won't name names or anything, but
yeah. It is a true story. I didn't witness it, but it is true. You'll notice right there that Nichole opened up a flow bridge but didn't take it. That's because later on in the run, we'll actually be approaching from the other side of that flow bridge, needing to take it over this way. So it's essentially shortcutting it for later, which is a fantastic strat.
You'll see a couple places that we do that, and you're going to be like, Nichole, did you go in there to U-turn because you went the wrong way? No, probably not. I'm not going to say no, because, it is possible. But typically it's because we're either opening it for later, or we, it's part of the run to make it allowed to teleport to it. Also, we're going to see this, radar thing, and we are on the run from our home planet, so it'd be probably really smart for us to broadcast our location to everywhere.
Yeah, they really wanted to broadcast... Oh, sorry.
Yeah, go for it.
You might want to hear this casual $500 donation from TMS LFT.
Oh my goodness!
Saying, "I love to see you bring the Haven run to Frost Fatales. Good luck." And with that, we're $7 away from 10K. So $7. $7. I will jump in with those as soon as we get those $7.
Yeah, no, you jump in. You can just scream at the top of your lungs,
right?
Yeah,
we're gonna be verbal right now.
Oh, verbal!
There we go. We just $18.
Awesome. You'll see I took that cutscene a little short, by the way, or slow, because if you go in, you can accidentally hop on verbal, and it's not awful, but it's not great. Also, thank you, chat. Y'all are doing great.
Chat, you have unlocked your destiny, which is to pet Oink.
Right? And honestly, we are, oh gosh, mental math is hard.
It is.
$360 away. What?
Thank you.
Get some self-hype pats on the back.
You know what? Because you're being so cool and awesome, I'm going to do a very spicy strat for this next boss.
Do it.
Yeah, I'm going to do a spicy strat. I am running out of flow, so it's a really good thing that there's a flow thread here, huh?
Absolutely.
The spice must flow.
Absolutely. So correct me if I'm wrong, but this is the strat where if you go over it once, it works, and if you go over it, oh no, never mind. This is the other one.
This is the strat where if you do it correctly, it saves a bunch of time, and if you don't do it correctly, it doesn't ruin the run or anything, but it does waste a significant amount of time. So,
this one.
I'm doing this just for you, chat.
Yeah, this is for you, chat.
This is very scary each time I do it.
You got this.
That didn't seem to bother him much.
Oh, it should be okay.
You're good.
It's not. It's not. It's okay. It's okay.
Probably should try parrying.
All good.
So that's fine. We just have to wait for him to do the move now, which it takes maybe 10 seconds extra. The reason why that's so hard is because you can try to do a thing where you let quick mode go for 2 attacks, but because you can't control quick mode, if anything goes wrong or if they are too slow, it does make a problem happen.
So as you saw, because the strat didn't quite work out, Nichole did have to wait until Nock did the head bob. So that's the whole caveat to the speed run, making sure that we skip that part, but it's okay, no worries.
But that's okay. So we're just gonna do it the slower way, which is just waiting for him to go up and then lower his head. Perfect time for another donation.
How about some $5 spicy oink pets? Spicy oink pets with no comments. Always a fan of the spicy oink pets. We also have Joanna donating $100 and saying, donating to celebrate two of my favorite people, Nichole and Beth. Thank you so much for that, and agreed. Nichole and Beth
I'm waving.
Thank you.
are awesome.
As usual.
Again,
Who's next?
we are $325 exactly away.
Oh my gosh, chat, you're doing it.
Right? And really quickly, Ed is everywhere with $25 says, I do believe Oinkstifer needs pets.
Oinkstifer does need pets.
Definitely needs pets.
First of all, how dare you? Second of all, correct.
First of all, Ed, how dare you? Second of all, thank you so much.
All right, so we did
perfect.
take a little bit of health there. Probably not the best thing that could have happened in the whole entire world, but that's okay.
All good. So now we're taking this flow thread down here. Got some sick moves. Nice.
Oh my gosh, some sick moves.
Some sick moves here from Nichole Goodnight, taking a flow thread. All right. Looks good.
It would happen that, like, so in practice, we got, like, really bad luck on something, but still got 40 seconds off of our world record. So it would happen that in the actual run, Nock decided to be a little bit of a jerk. But hopefully that means that the Hornets are not a little bit of a jerk.
Yeah. Well, Nock just wanted GDQ to read off some donations. So
That is
all
true.
good.
Nock very specifically wanted donations. We are now being introduced to something we got called a flow burst. This allows us to put our flow in a big circle around us to collect lots of rust and also to move some animals out of the way. Right now we're going to come up on this big grumpy flow bug. And what we're trying to do is blast him before it triggers the cutscene so that when the cutscene triggers, it opens automatically for us, which is great.
Perfect.
Nice.
Nice work.
This is my favorite skip. $5. Keep track of that.
$5.
$5.
Spicy oink pets. Let's go.
There we go.
$5.
So someone keep note of that.
Done and done.
We're gonna do this.
Okay?
I love the skip.
I love this skip too.
That
It's so
skip's
good.
so cool. Yeah. Feeling that. Very good.
Oh,
Yeah, so flow burst, in addition to stunning enemies
Okay, a
and
little bit of rust here
all that
and
stuff,
there,
can
and
also
that's
allow
good.
you to collect rust while you're firing it off. So that's in addition to all of the movement that Nicole's doing here. Flow burst is now an additional way to gain some more rust. So that's like some extra layer of complexity to
Yeah.
resource management.
And you want to try to like,
yep.
so at this point, we still need a lot of rust. We are going to be doing something where we repair every part of the ship at once near the end of the game. And you need a significant amount of rust for that. And in addition to that, we're also going to be crafting some capsules soon. Hello, you. So we want to make sure that we're collecting rust where we can. And at this point, we can kind of be willy-nilly with our flow. We pretty much have what we need. So you'll see me using it a lot more. You see me not going on as many flow threads because at this point it's
I know this
important,
place.
but it's not that important. Also, up there was a picnic. Don't look at it. Don't consider it. You'll never see it again. You'll see it one more time on a different map, but we're never going to take it. So don't think too
Picnics
hard
don't
about
exist. They're not real. They can't hurt you.
it. They can't. Picnics aren't real. They can't hurt you. I've never seen a picnic in my life.
Yeah, I've never seen a picnic in my life. I don't know if you have, but I've never.
I haven't. And something else important to note is that if an enemy is chasing you, you cannot pick up a part. But something else to note is if you do this, it stuns them. So you don't have to worry about it.
Flow burst.
Yeah, so specifically Flow Burst is great for stunning enemies while they're chasing you. And as Nichole mentioned, if an animal is chasing you, you cannot pick up the part. So Flow Burst is also used strategically to make sure that we can shake off the animals that are kind of aggroed along the path and then also pick up the part as quickly as possible. So it's definitely like a timing thing as well. And now we're going to craft.
Oh, yeah, so I'm going to be quiet here for a minute because this sucks.
may I read a donation or two in the meantime?
You sure can.
Perfect. All right, exclamation point donate in chat. We're still looking to get that oink pet. Tharkus donates $25 and says, and I quote, another GDQ incentive to pet an animal? I know oink isn't a pig, but we need to get making bacon on this incentive. Let's ham it up with these puns for our host Asta and pet that oink. How much pork do we have to shell over to get the GDQ community a GDQ head pat emoji for all these petting incentives? Let's break those piggy banks and make oink squeal with joy.
Oh my gosh.
Let's sow some cheer. Don't be a bore. Donate now.
That was
very
so
cute.
many
that
puns.
was a lot. That was ed level. If we're being
Round of
honest.
That was so many
Round of
puns.
applause.
I am
was-
applauding.
I am applauding. You can't hear it because I'm not actually applauding, but in my head I am applauding.
Well, I
Just
could do
believe
a
us when we
real-
say that we are applauding somewhere somehow.
Yeah.
Well,
Right now,
I
they're-
will-
oh, sorry.
Oh, sorry. No, I just wanted to give you a quick shout out from Mr. Game and Shout. There's just
Oh,
someone
Game
I
and
know
Shout.
you. Game and Shout donates $25 and says, it's simple. I see Nichole Goodnight running. I donate. Love you, friend.
I love
Good
you
luck with the
too.
run.
I'm waving. I'm waving.
Oh,
Thank you,
we're
everybody.
tutorial wifing now, by the way.
Let's
Oh,
hope
very
new
good.
threads to
Yeah,
practice.
trophy wife out, tutorial wife in.
Tutorial wife in. So now they're going to teach us about skidding, which is something that we've been doing this whole
You did
gosh
it,
darn
another
time.
one.
But you basically is like, hey, you're not great at this. You could be better. And the truth of the matter is you can, because this kind of sucks. These flow threads are very unforgiving. So whereas before we might have been able to go like a few inches to the left or the right and still be able to catch them, these ones, if you fall off of them at all, they will reset and you'll have to start over. So
Now you have a
very
handle on
careful
this.
on those flow
Perfect.
threads.
Yeah,
And
and as
also,
you
you
mentioned,
didn't-
oh, sorry.
Say.
Oh, sorry. You didn't notice when I left, but I was making sure that we had 3, 2, 1 impact
Well,
blast
you
bomb.
passed the test.
Those are what we
Let's get back
crafted,
to
and it is
business.
possible to not make enough. Please don't ask me how I know.
I'll never ask you how you know because, again, I've never asked you anything.
Yeah,
in
please
my
don't
entire
ask me
life.
anything ever
Yeah.
in your entire life. I'm
Yeah, I would
literally
never.
begging you.
I will never, and I won't ever. And so, as you mentioned earlier in the run, the flow threads, again, earlier were kind of loosey-goosey. At this point on, they're pretty, as Nichole mentioned, they're pretty tight. So we have to kind of traverse them as like closely as we can. And so they get like more and more challenging as the run goes on. So you'll see Nichole do some cool skid strats, which is awesome.
And if you like flow threads, then boy howdy, I won't spoil it, but we've got a great one for you later.
Yeah, don't worry. We got one just for you, Chad.
We got one just for you. Got
Just
one
for you.
cooked up,
Cooked up
spicy,
sweets.
special, served on a silver platter. I still can't believe how mean Knock was.
That was a pretty mean fight, but we did get some
Knock was
pretty
incredibly
cool.
cruel.
We got some
did
really
get some
cool donations.
really good donations in, which is specifically why we let Knock be a jerk. It definitely wasn't because RNG was not on our side.
Yeah, we'll allow it.
To quote Bath.
I am
I believe
agreeing.
you when you say that.
I am agreeing. I do agree. All right.
So now we're going to. We just left through the charging station.
$5.
Oh, there's another $5 more.
$5.
All right.
So I have some notes on this map that I will paraphrase them. It says, it's not the exit to the west. It's literally across. Please don't mess this up. Do not ask me why I have those notes.
Yeah, again, I will never ask you anything, let alone
Thank you
why
so
that
much.
note is there in your
Thank
notes.
you so
Yeah.
much. That means a lot to me that you would never
Yeah.
question anything.
Yeah, never.
If you're sick of me letting you know, don't ask me why I know about things that have ended world records.
Too bad.
Hold on to your buckets because there's more.
For your charitable $5 donation, you can feel free to add. No.
You can feel free. You know what? If you donate towards the Oink goal, feel free to ask me a question. I will allow this. Feel free to ask me any question you want, and I will maybe answer it. But we are coming up on the Hornet fight. What you might see here is you might see something called a map reset, and that is okay. The cool thing about this game is it does save at the beginning of each map. So if you have to exit, hold on, let me just, it'll go back to the beginning of the map.
This is a
We might have to do
difficult
this with
fight
Hornets. This is a very difficult fight.
He's losing his balance.
Brace for impact. 1 and
2.
here. Good.
That went perfectly. Literally, that was
Good.
the most perfect I've seen that fight go all week.
Okay, excellent. So the Hornet fight's probably one of the worst fights in the game. Also, if you like worst fights in the game and you're like, wow, Nichole and Bath, I really want another one. Don't worry, we got you.
Don't worry, we got you.
got
If you
you.
want 2 RNG back-to-back fights in a row that can run your end your run when you're more than halfway or almost halfway through it, then boy, have we got some news for you.
We got a treat
that
for
fight
you.
sucks because the Hornets can do something called a bind. And when they bind you, you cannot overload. And what you want to do with the Hornets is when you cast those 2 skills, it downs all of them so that you want to overload all of them. So something important to note is we aren't ever killing anything. We are simply pacifying and cleansing them from their rust. So, but the Hornets are a little different. Hornets suck. They are the bad guys. They are from the apiary. But basically, you want to pacify all. If you don't, they'll start to slowly get up and it'll just cascade to a point that's usually you just can't recover it. There's ways around it if you get bound, but it's very, very hard, very tight. So we try not to get bound. I will say in practice, I got bound literally every single time I fought the Hornets. so it's
pretty
really good
common.
that worked out well. Now this coming up is the Daiko fight, and Daiko is the second big RNG fight in this game because he likes to smash his little body into you while she is simply trying to attack him. If he does that, he knocks her out of her attack. It's not something, again, that's run ending. It's something that like is world record pace ending. Please don't ask me how I know.
I would
But
never.
thank you so much. But like, it's recoverable. So here also is where they're going to teach you about these capsules that we created. We have already used them once, so it's quite silly. But this is actually the fight you're supposed to use them on. So we're going to charge up K. We're going to do an Omni Blast, and then we're going to immediately charge up you. And we're going to hope and pray that Daiko doesn't do this. So we're going to ready a blast, and we're still going to do exactly what we were trying to do before. It's not letting me ready a blast, which is really just great.
Oh, love that. It's completely RNG whether or not he body slams and at what point in the battle he does, but Nichole made quick work of it, so
we
no
were
worries
still
at all.
able to pacify all without doing the backup strat, which is bizarre, and I will not question it. So typically what happens there is you have to do a blast on one of the other monsters or else you're not going to knock them all down. For some reason it worked, and we're not going to ask questions at all. But now we're going to this thing called a vid chat in just a moment, so we're going to go and open up a bridge.
Oh, yeah.
Which is over here. Also, something I learned the other day is a shortcut not to take when opening up the bridge.
Oh, right, yeah.
So I was kind of playing around with and something I didn't mention earlier, I'm actually using a bunch of new movement strats that I've kind of developed across the past few days, which is, not advisable to do right before a run, but I definitely found some ways that were quicker. I did some testing with timing and stuff and found some quicker shortcuts and things like that, which is really, really neat. We actually found a skip at the end of the game that I have not been able to replicate at all. What's unfortunate is because we were just practicing commentary, it didn't get recorded. So I went into the Haven Discord, was like, hey, I found a really cool skip. I didn't record it, but I promise you it's real. But that saw it, I saw it, it was really cool. But basically now Kay has this idea that we should talk to Mom, kind of see if maybe she can smooth things out, because we are on the run from the law. We love each other. We are not destined to marry each other. We are destined to marry other people. You is supposed to marry a politician, which is actually very important. So Kay's like, call Mom. Also, you noticed that you said she was hungry. There is a hunger system in this game. We try to get all of our battles out before she says she's hungry because it is slower after that. So we're good. There's always going to be one battle after all of that, but right now we got all the big battles out of the way. So now you and Kay are going to have a really big fight because it is revealed that you is supposed to marry the big bad Ozius, and he is the reason why they are in this situation. He is one of the higher ups on the apiary, and Kay is like, why didn't you tell me? And you is like, we discussed this. We weren't going to talk to each other about who our partners were. It doesn't matter. We love each other. Regardless, they have a huge fight. You can make it so they don't have as huge of a fight, but that's not the quickest way. So we make them get very mad at each other. But you runs away in the middle of the night, and now we have to go find her. So we are now alone. And we are just Kay.
Yes, indeed. And you also notice that you has developed the radar that we use during normal gameplay. And in this part of not the run, but the gameplay, you'll notice that the radar is not usable because you has taken it with her.
Yep, so I just hit the radar button to show that, and he says, Bloot, you has taken the radar. So something you'll notice, too, is they say the word Bloot a lot. They do not cuss in this game at all. Their version of cussing is Bloot, and Bloot is the big bad word.
Why is it spicy?
It's Bloot is the B word for them, essentially. I guess they would call it the B word. But so you'll see when they say Bloot, that's them expressing dissatisfaction. It's very cute, actually.
I love it.
I love it. So he's like, I don't have my radar, you've got it, but he desperately wants to find you. And something really, really cute that you will not see, because I will not be going into the menu for it, is when you hit pause and look at the map or go into the map, you'll see objectives. And usually the objective is like, find a piece for the ship, blah, 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 blah. When you open it up when you're you trying to find Kay, it says find Kay for all of your objectives.
Oh, no. Such a cute little detail. Because that's the only thing on her mind is to find Kay, and it's incredibly adorable.
Speaking of objectives, mind if I cut in?
No, go for it.
We are running out of time, chat, and we are literally $210 away from petting Oink.
You gotta pet Oink.
Now, I mean, you could listen to Blarlath, who's donated $5, who said knees, which I know Nicole's gonna recognize that one, so we threw that one in there. But Mechanikalist Tom donated $50 and said, pet that Oink. Also, keep up the good work, Nichole and Bath and everyone. So again, we don't have much time. The run is over halfway done. We need to get that petting of the Oink incentive met, so !donate in chat. Make sure you put it towards petting that wonderful bestest boy, Oink.
He is the bestest boy.
Oink is.
Oink is. Also, the first time I played this casually, I was playing with Mechanalyst Tom, actually, so shout outs to him. Not that he's the one that made us get the bad ending or anything, but you can pretty much, I'm going to let you come to your own conclusion.
Put your thinking cap on.
Yeah, put your thinking cap on. But When I got to this part, of course, it was me playing, and I got so lost. I had no idea where I was going. This part took me like 45 minutes as solo you trying to get my way back to K because I just kept getting turned around. So it's really nice now to be able to just like finish it and go the right way because, of course, we know where to go. We're going to see another Grumpy Bug here. And also, if you want to throw in another donation, we are just finding K, so this is just a bunch of movement, so go for it.
Oh, absolutely. $25 from Lexological, who says, donating because I heard there was a spicy pork incentive and I'm feeling quite hungry. Wait.
Add another tally.
Nice. Put that on there. Wait, I'm being told that we're donating to Pet Oink, not Eat Pork. Well, that's even better. Cheers to Nichole and Bath. Always love watching you two share a brain cell.
We sure do.
True, yes, 100%. Pyrozyme donated $5 and in all caps said, Pet the Oink!
Pet the Oink!
And, you know what?
What?
You are petting the Oink because we have officially met our incentive. That's the bestest of boys.
You're so good. Look at what you've done.
Get some Oink hype in chat.
Thank you so
You've
much.
done it. You mad lad, you've done it.
Also, Bath, I showed you that door because that's a door.
Yeah, I've always wanted to, something about me that you may not know, I've always wanted to see a door. And so the fact that you just showed me a door, I'm so grateful. Thank you so much for that.
You're so welcome.
I'll cherish that gift forever.
Oh my gosh. Thank you. The lore behind that door, but sorry, go for it.
I was gonna say, I think Ed heard that Ed is in fact everywhere. So Ed is everywhere. Donated another $200 and just said, "Let's get that Oink pet." So Ed, thank you, everybody. You are so generous and kind. Oink hype.
Oink hype. Oink's very good. So that door there is a skip for it. It's called That's a Door skip because if you don't get the skip, she says now that's a door.
Right.
So it only adds like a couple seconds. Yeah. Plus, Bath has always wanted to see that door. So literally,
just my whole life. Yeah.
That's
I had to indulge me. Yeah.
I had to indulge Bath to see that. That's actually strangely it's not the hardest skip, but there's weird collision along that edge. So it is something that's very easy to miss. Very strange. But so now we're going to do a couple quick things. We are on our way to pick up, I want to say the hyper propeller. But we're just moving, grooving, gliding. This shortcut not shortcut, but this path I'm taking right here is one of the newer things that I've tested out on this map specifically, and I did find it to be a couple seconds faster, so that's really cool. Something to note now too is after we have beaten the Hornets once, they are possible that they can spawn on any islet. Well, not any, but most. You will know this because the song Blutin' Hornets, which is playing right now, will be playing. The cool thing is, though, they're not going to be anywhere near where we need to go typically, as long as you do the run right, which I know sounds really weird, but if you don't mess up and take a wrong path, you will never encounter the Hornets outside of that one scripted fight. So you'll always know where they are, but it's never really a problem. We're going to see something really cool here, and by cool I mean really frustrating. See how we easily jumped down that hill? Remember that.
Yeah, but then you're not in chat. It'll come back in a
Store that for later.
Oh, cool.
It'll be on the test.
Yeah, and you'll notice that we haven't really gone out of our way to get any flow threads. At this point, we really we're good.
Yeah, the flow threads at this point are more or less conveniently placed, and we don't need to really be collecting too much rust at this point, so that's just a big sigh of relief.
Also, Kay has allergies.
Oh, he just like me, for real. Just like me.
Just like me, for real.
Yeah.
And you're saying that there's a lot of diverse things on this planet, which is called Source. And they're discovering this for the first time because they never really looked around before. But here's an instance where we're going to this little planet specifically so we can turn around and leave. That is intentional. We want to be able to warp there later. You can only warp to planets that are to islets that do not have any rust on them and that you have discovered. So by doing that, we have discovered that islet and it already didn't have any rust, meaning we can go to it later. We are going to do a little knockdown on these guys. Sorry, buds, we're not going to pick up any boba nuts. You don't want to pick up boba nuts, which they are right in front of here, so you just got to be a little careful.
Excellent work.
Thank you. So now we are going to basically do that same exact path, but again. Because now we have to do that. Remember that hill I told you to remember to keep in your mind and think about? Keep doing that.
Yeah. Grasp it.
Also,
firmly grasp
it. Firmly grasp it. Remember it. We do have time for, I would say, 2 donations.
Oh, absolutely. We have $75 from Sinamar, who says, "Good luck, Nichole. Shout out to the entire Haven community and game devs. Nice Hornet luck."
Oh, thank you. I also shout out to Cinemar because they are another runner of this game, and a lot of the research that's gone into finding like the quick routes and things like that have come from him. So like huge shout outs to him. And also shout outs to Scala Kitty, who wrote the guide for this game. The guide for this game, if you want to get into speedrunning this game, Scala Kitty has a near flawless guide. Of course, people find their own ways and enhancements and things like that, but literally, like, I have world record in this game, and it is because of that guide. So huge shout outs to Scala Kitty.
I do want to give a quick shout out to Sir Skeleton, who did a callback for you two. $50 donation with the comment, "So excited for this run. I don't know anything about this game, but I've watched Nichole and Chan's mini golf GDQ run probably 100 times by now because they are so funny together. Happy Honda days, Nichole."
Happy Honda days!
Happy Honda days.
I have questions.
No, you don't.
Okay.
Yeah, no questions.
No questions.
Now or ever. Yep.
Nope.
Yeah, now, never, ever. We are getting on Burble. We have to be a little careful with the menuing on Burble because if we go to the wrong location and do not catch it before the loading screen, basically run dead.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Menuing is a little bit can be a little bit dangerous. So Nichole will do like precise, and this goes for battles as well as like just menuing in general. Nichole will typically like take some of the menuing kind of slow because if you choose the wrong thing, it's pretty disastrous for the run.
Yeah. So, the good thing is really if you catch it before Burble takes off, you can do that thing where you go back to the main menu, go back to the run, and then it's fine. But if you are too slow and don't do it, it's basically run over at that point. So I do go very carefully on the Burble menus.
Absolutely. Yep.
We are going to summon Burble a second time, though, and this time is not free. This time we need to offer him a roasted apple dew. So remember earlier when we said that we made 2 plates of apple dews, and why? For what? For this. We have to look around for him. He kind of spawns wherever the heck he wants, because why wouldn't he? We are going to go here to Lanako, which is where we're going to learn about Hyper Rust.
Yes, so there are different types of rust that you can collect in this game.
Add another tally.
There's another tally. So Hyper Rust is one of the final types that you encounter. So we will grab 1 Hyper Rust that's scripted, and then we have a number of choices of other Hyper Rusts to collect. We only need 1 more to beat the game, so 2 total to beat the game.
Do you want to see a door?
I would love to. Oh my God! Please, can you show me a door?
Yeah,
oh my gosh,
I would love to show you. I sorry, I didn't mean to cut. I did mean to cut you off because I know how important this is for you.
It's just
look at this door. Look at this door.
Can we get some door hype in chat?
Can we get some door hype?
This door hype.
And we find out that it opens from Kay's necklace, which is really weird. Don't remember that. Let that be a surprise when you. Yeah, don't remember that. But yeah, as Bath was saying, we need 2 pieces of Hyper Rust to beat the game. One of them we get for free, and the other one there are multiple ways to get it. Each way that you can get a second piece of Hyper Rust is kind of like a challenge. So there's like a battle you can do. There's a obscenely long flow thread you can take. The flow thread is 34 seconds long, and that should tell you everything you need to know about how annoying the battle would be if you opted to take the battle. It's wild. And right here, we're going to do something called, it's a building skip. If you enter these buildings at all, you will get a cutscene that's kind of like, whoa, seems like there was perhaps civilization on this planet that we didn't think there was civilization on. Weird, huh? But we hopped down the left side there so we could skip that, and we are on our way. And then we are actually,
yeah, and so we're coming up on that 34-second flow thread here pretty soon. And so, chat, if you thought to yourself, "Wow, I really wanted to see a super long flow thread," well, don't worry, chat, we got you.
Don't worry, we got you.
We got you.
And first, we're gonna fight many flow bugs. This fight's actually really easy. The only thing is we are at our hunger meter, but it's not a big deal.
Yeah, so we are hungry for this fight, which means that the charge is a little bit sluggish, but it's definitely not a big deal. We take care of this fight really easily, so no worries.
We're going to rush mode pacify all, and that's literally it. So we're going to attempt a skip here that I probably shouldn't attempt because we already lost enough time doing silly things. But this is the hardest skip in the game, in my opinion. So give me 1 second. We're going to do silence here. That is probably not going to make it, but that's okay. We can recover it. The reason why this one's so spicy is because you literally don't know if you've gotten it until you fall. Oh, actually, we did get it.
Oh, nice. Nice work.
Thank you. So that one's actually really, really spicy. It's something that I didn't even attempt the first few times I ran this game because it was just like, if you miss it, you land in the valley. And it's not a huge deal, but you can land on a monster. And if you get into a fight, you basically just need to,
Just work through it.
So the hornets are here. This is where the flow thread's going to be. So a couple quick things before we get to that flow thread. Again, that skip, the valley, you can recover it by doing a flow burst basically immediately. But if you land on a monster, you do not have a chance to do a flow burst immediately. So it's very sketchy. It's not always even worth doing it because if you don't do it, you can just stay up on that hill until the cutscene triggers. But it is a few second time save. I'm going to hop on this flow thread. It is 34 seconds long. I'm going to shut up. If you've got multiple donations, go for it.
Oh, of course I do. $15 from Pocket Joe, who says, pet that boink. Absolutely. Pyrzime also donated. Oh, I know. I already said that one. Let's see here. Meister J donated $25 and says, I'm here supporting women and folks who need the extra help. This game looks fun, and the team did there's so much amazing art. Thanks for sharing this game. And thank you for your super generous donation.
Yeah, the team is amazing. It's the same team that did Fury. Also, you'll see I'm not cutting any of those short. These are the ones that you cannot cut short. Please do not ask me how I know.
I'll never ask you how you know. You did a really nice job with that flow
Thank
thread.
you.
That one's very difficult, and Nichole just made it look so easy. So yeah, excellent.
That felt really good, actually.
Yeah.
So
you did a really nice job.
So Beth, I have a question for you.
Yes, you can ask me anything. Go for it.
Oh my gosh, thank you so much. How do you know when you're getting to the end of the game?
Oh, so you know how in some games you get to the end of the game and it feels like the end of the game?
Oh my gosh, yeah, I do know that actually.
Yeah, that's how you know that you're at the end of this game. Yeah. One might say it's like like red particles floating through the air.
That'd be really weird if like everything was red, right? Or you saw big monsters that you've never seen before. Oh my god. So we're kind of in the end game now. These are nothing but rust islets. They are just absolutely inundated with rust. We're going to try to pick some up because I'm always fearful that I don't have enough rust. And if we don't have enough rust, then I don't know, we might just cry with each other at the end.
Yeah,
but there's one big thing we want to avoid on the Nothing But Rust islets, and his name is Larudo. Larudo is one of the fights that you can do for a piece of hyper rust. And again, like I mentioned earlier, that flow thread takes 30 plus seconds, so you can only imagine how much time fighting him would be. Larudo is that guy over on the
He's right there on the right. Yeah.
So we're going to avoid him. He's not really a problem on this islet so much, but he is a problem on the next islet. And I'm going to show you exactly where I start looking for him. Because he can be very, very sneaky. So Larudo is always on this next islet. He patrols an area. And what you don't want to have happen is you don't want to, while you're on world record pace, fall off the island you're supposed to fall off directly onto him and have to reset the map. I'll be specific, I know, so weird. So right about here, I'm already looking for him off in the distance. I do not see him. This is not good. So what I'm going to do is be extra careful as I go around here, and I'm going to do a little shoop. There he is. All right, so we're going to now go over there. He'll be fine. I wanted to give him a little chance to walk. But you'll see him right over there. The thing about Larudo is, A, you could fall on him right there and end your world record pace run. Or B, if he starts chasing you, you have to use a full flow burst to get him to stop chasing you. The reason for that is if you try to pick up a piece of the nest and you don't have enough, and you're being chased by an enemy, you cannot pick it up.
Right.
So now I'm going to slap on all these upgrades at once. We're going to hope we have enough rust for everything. We should, honestly, but sometimes things happen. So this excellent time for 3 donations.
Alrighty then. In that case, I have $50 from Adora Bibble, who says +3. Thank you so much. We have a $50 anonymous donation and another $50 anonymous donation with no comment. Not a problem. Y'all are super generous. Thank you so much for that. And then, because we have to continue Less Than 3 love, Emma Lillian also donates $50. $50 with a Less Than 3 comment. So hearts for all the love for all of you and this wonderful run.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. And don't worry, I haven't forgotten about petting Oink. We are going to still do that.
We would never forget about petting Oink.
But now we're going to upgrade our gloves. And you can actually be short on rust for this part and ruin your world record pace run. Please do not ask me how I know.
I would never.
Thank you so much.
Canonically, physically, mentally, in any capacity, really. I would never ask you.
So now we are going, and as there is a confidence system that determines, again, what ending you get. We are going to make sure that we get the good ending, again, because we are nice people. I am doing a new strat for this. Also, you're going to see me try a skip a couple of times more than likely. Please know that that is intended. It's not me messing up. It is just a very hard skip that you do not always get first, second, or third try, so.
Notice the UI is kind of squashed there.
We can't go down that way.
Fine. So we are trying to make this little skip. It is actually easier as K, but you pretty.
Yeah, it's true.
Yeah,
got this.
you pretty, so we're staying as you. But basically, there's a small part that you can skip down here, and it does typically take a few tries. So this isn't actually even infuriating yet. This is par for the course. We are going to switch.
There you go. Yeah, swap.
But you so pretty, chat.
It's true.
It's so true. But now we have a choice to make here. We can either let the flow bridge stay open and we can make it so like we have contact with the apiary, or we can sever the ties for the flow bridge, cutting ourselves off from the apiary and cutting them off from us. Again, not going to name any names, but someone thought that, maybe that would have some repercussions for not having the ability to go places and did make us get the bad ending. Shout outs to mech analyst Tom. But we're not going to do that. So we're going to go right here. We're going to trigger this cutscene. And then we are going to count with me, chat. We've got 8 little islet things that we need to land on. These flow threads are pretty unforgiving. You can fall off of them and land at the beginning of the map on a world record pace run. Do not ask me how I know.
That's 1.
That's 1. So we're going to count up from 1. Time will be on 8. We have time for a donation while we get through these. I probably will say the numbers while you're reading. Feel free to keep reading.
Not a problem. We have $25 from Holly with no comment, and another $25 with no comment from Luna and Andrew. And as a quick reminder, we do have a bid war going on for Final Fantasy Pixel Remaster. You can name the fighter, the monk, the first mage, and the second mage. And I forgot to mention that it's going to be the top 2 of each category that ends up winning, because we have 2 runners, so we need 2 names. And Frogfan is still taking the win right now against Trader Gator and a whole bunch of other costumes in Skater Gator 3D, which is the game after this, well, of course, we finish the game and Pet Link. So, exclamation point, donate in chat, and make sure you put those incentives to the whatever you so choose.
Thank you so much. So that flow thread we just hopped on is a little bit spicy. Most people take that with a little care. I throw caution to the wind on it, and I just kind of go for it. Is this 6 or 7?
This is 6.
6. So yeah, that one is a little spicy. I want to say this is the one that I fell off on a world record pace once, and I was just devastated.
Oh no.
But this is, it's fine. So I do have world record in this game in both, I think currently good and bad endings, and also duo good ending. I have a pending time save that I think was 47:41. So that is world record for this run. This game means so much to me. I cried when I got world record.
No.
So time will be when I say time. So it'll be 1 moment. Time.
Nice.
Thank you. So much went wrong with that, but that's fine, because you kind of got to see what happens if you run out of flow, what happens if Nock is a little bit of a jerk, but you also got to see a perfect Hornet fight, which is not common. And while we wrap things up, we're going to do a couple things here. We're going to do a little thing just for you, chat.
Just for you. Something a little extra, something special.
Something special, and then we're also, of course, going to pet Oink.
And actually, there is a special donation just for you, Nichole.
Oh, no.
Yeah, a $25 donation from a certain Railcoon that says, and they say, sure is odd how Nichole just seems to know a lot of things. I wonder how that is, but she said not to ask.
Yeah, please don't ask me how I know. I did make you a present, chat. We're going to go take a look at it from the hilltop. Oh, you can also flower burst now, which is incredibly cute. I need you, so chat, first of all, before I show you this, I need you to turn your head upside down. Thank you so much.
Yeah, turn your head upside down.
I did make you a heart. It is a very good heart, I promise you.
It's the best heart I've ever seen.
Thank you so much.
You should change your name to Nichole Goodheart.
Oh my gosh, I should.
I love
Oink.
that.
Oh, so here's Oink.
That is definitely
Oink, 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 oink.
Big guy.
There he is, look at him.
I'm chanting, I'm pounding my fists on the table, I'm screaming at the top of my lungs.
Look at him. Oh, there we go.
But you can stay with us next to the nest if you
There
want.
he is.
look what you
There's our
have done.
boy. Look at him. He's so happy. You did this, chat. And then also we can take a quick visit to Daiko. But while we're wrapping things up, thank you so much for being here. Thank you for meeting that Oink incentive. This is an amazing opportunity to showcase this game, but also raise money for a great charity. So it really means a lot to me that people showed up and donated towards petting Oink. If you want to follow me anywhere, I am at NRGoodnight on Twitter, at Nichole Goodnight on Twitch. I do stream a lot of horror. I do some speedruns. Bath and I have been doing a lot of Lethal Company practice lately. And again, if you have played Slay the Princess, I am in that game. If you haven't and you are interested in a really, really cool visual novel that I voice in, please check it out. I am incredibly proud of it. It literally changed my life. And Bath, do you have any closing remarks?
Go follow Nichole Goodnight on twitch.tv/.
Go follow Bathinjan at twitch.tv/Bathinjan.
Or you can just follow both of them. I mean,
you gotta follow twitch.tv/Nichole Goodnight, okay? All right, promise me?
Oh my gosh, I can't. Okay, promise me you'll go. You have to head, shoulders, knees, and toes. Knees and toes. I have to get about the nose. Shut up. Go follow Bathinjan. Anyways, thank you so much for being here. Again, this game means so much to me. Check out the game. Check out the soundtrack. It's by Danger. The music is gorgeous. And, go, if you want to learn the run, feel free to reach out to me. Feel free to join the Discord and check out the guide. It is a perfect intro to the run, and you'll be well on your way to, honestly, top times just with that guide.
Mm-hmm.
That's it. So thank you very much.
I should get to it.